What is up, everybody? Noah Kids back here for my new review of The Babysitter Killer Queen. This is a sequel to the 2017 Netflix movie The Babysitter, which was a horror comedy all about Samara Weaving, or Bee, and her friends who are going to kill the kid named Cole that caught them in their blood cult. Now Cole is in high school, and he's going on a weekend lake trip with his friends and his crush, Melanie. And on this little trip, the old friends come back. That's right, Robbie Amell is back. King Batch is back. Bella Thorne is back. Hana May Lee is back. Everybody is back, but it's Samara Weaving. We all know from the trailer, but just if you haven't seen the trailer, definitely check it out. What are my thoughts on the first one? Well, the first one is a good movie. It's a really good movie. It's a movie that I've seen twice now. Now, I don't really care for cult movies or satanic anything, but you're probably thinking first, why are you reviewing this then? Aren't you religious? And yes, I am. But there comes a point where you have seen movies and you just have to go into it knowing, hey, it's just a movie, and that's not really a big part of either movie. Yeah, the satanic cult is a part of it, but it doesn't take it to the over serious level. Like, I personally am not going to watch that new Alexandra Daddario movie, We Summon the Darkness. I want to see that movie, but I'm not going to watch it. I've decided that I'm not going to watch it because of my religious beliefs. This one, I've seen the first one. I like the first one. It didn't take it to an uncomfortable level for me. This one doesn't take it to an uncomfortable level on that level. It did for some people, but it's not with the cult status, and I'm not, with the cult thing, and I'm going to get into that. What did I think of the movie? I thought this film was fun. The first one didn't take itself seriously at all. It knew exactly what it was. It knew what it wanted to be, and it had fun being that. With this one, it does it, but more. It takes it over the top, where it needs to go over the top. And I think it went a little bit over the top with the wackiness, particularly with one scene that did not need to be in there. With one scene in particular, let's just say there's a dancing scene that was not needed whatsoever. It was just way too far out there and just too... didn't fit well. Now, I get what they were trying to do. I really, really do. But with this movie, you didn't need to go that wacky. When they do the blood and gore, it is glorious. It is great to look at. It is... horrifying isn't the right word. It is very well done with the practical effects. There's actual practical effects in this movie, and some special effects. Some visual effects, but the practical effects are really, really done well. When the blood and gore happens, it is over the top, and it is joyous to watch that. Because when you're watching this movie, you're wanting this to be as bloody as the first one, and it is. It is bloody, as bloody, but it's even more bloody than the first one, and even more gory. They went more into the blood and gore because they realized that they needed to. They couldn't just do the same movie again. Now, with that being said, with Judah Lewis as Cole back, he's still Cole. He was good in the first movie. I didn't think he was as good in this one. I think that Thorne, Amell, Bach, Lee, everybody delivered, but especially Jenna Ortega. Jenna Ortega is the newcomer in this series, and she is there as the bad girl who may have killed her parents, and her and Cole start up a little relationship. And you can see that going right from the very beginning. The problem that I've seen with some people is that there's too much cleavage with the teenagers. Well, first off, look at the trailer. Look at the first movie. There's a lot of boob humor. And they bring that boob humor back, especially with Bella Thorne, because that was pretty much her only jokes in the first one. She has a couple more in this one, but you don't really get a whole lot of these guys, really. You don't get a whole lot of them, and that's a good thing, because they introduce new characters, and they stay in it for quite a bit, but they don't have a whole lot to do. The main problem with this movie is I think they tried to add too many characters and have too many characters. With Melanie, she was just like a 16, 15-year-old girl. The actress was playing this role in the first Babysitter. The same age as Lewis here. But in this film, from what I can tell, they were 18 or very close to 18 when shooting this. So I personally think it's fine. When I went to high school, girls dressed worse than this and showed a lot more than this, and they did nothing. So this is nothing to worry about. That shouldn't be a problem. But just a little warning, if you are easily offended with some cleavage and boob humor, this is not the movie for you. With this movie, my problem goes from the too many characters, and I think that some of the humor wasn't really there. I was laughing quite a bit, because the first movie made me laugh quite a bit. I did rewatch the first one before going into this. So I woke up this morning and I watched The Babysitter, and then I went right into The Babysitter Killer Queen. We could be getting a third movie. Not going to go into that because it's just like one scene. But this movie is not as good as the first one. I do enjoy the first one a lot better. It doesn't go too far into the satanic cult area to make me uncomfortable. I knew what I was getting into, and I was anticipating this movie. I knew what I was getting into. This movie is not as good as the first one, but it's still a damn good movie. It's a movie that, if you're a fan of the first one, you're going to like this one. Maybe like it a little bit better, but just expect it to be a lot more bloody and a lot more gory. The Babysitter Killer Queen on Netflix gets a B-. It's a good movie. I am not saying it's a great movie. I personally enjoyed it. You are just going to have to watch and see if Samara Weaving comes back. Just don't look at anything before going into the movie. I knew. I kind of figured. So there we go. There is the review for The Babysitter Killer Queen. I've been anticipating this movie ever since they've announced it. And I heard rumblings. I did hear rumblings that they were going to do a second movie. And I'm so glad that they did, because they delivered on it. What reviews do I have for you next? Well, I got a ton of reviews coming your way. I have reviews for all of these movies here, plus more. This weekend, I'm going to see the new Russell Crowe movie, Unhinged, in theaters. My local theater is only a 2-auditorium theater, so we don't really get a whole lot of movies. Last week, I saw Tenet. This week, I'm seeing Unhinged. I don't know what we're getting the rest of this year, but it's good that my theater is back. And I'm also going to have reviews for Powerbomb, which is the new indie wrestling drama obsessed fan movie, as well as reviews for The Duff, another Bella Thorne movie, as well as her new movie Infamous, which just came in to the library. I'm really looking forward to that one. So I guess you could say I am having a Bella Thorne time, I guess, because I just watched The Babysitter, Killer Queen. This weekend, I am going to be watching The Duff along with Robbie Amell, so another Robbie Amell movie. The Grudge, the 2020 remake. Survive the Night, the new Bruce Willis and Chad Michael Murray Grindstone Entertainment and Lionsgate movie. Prevenge, the Shudder exclusive. Ghosts of War, the new World War II horror movie from what I've heard. The Deeper You Dig, which is another horror movie. Now, these two, I am not promising. I am not promising these two. But we also got Selfie Dad, the new religious comedy. So this one I'm probably watching today. Sorry We Missed You, which is a movie that I heard came out. I didn't know when it came out. I haven't even seen a trailer for this. I don't know what this is about. I'm expecting a fun little time. We also got Judy and Punch. This is a horror movie, I guess. I'm not really sure what this movie is. I don't know a whole lot about it. I just knew it was a 2020 movie and it was coming in from the library. And then we also have Crushed. We are also going to have a lot of reviews for movies that I've been slacking on. I still have to do reviews for Chemical Hearts, the Amazon Prime movie with Lily Reinhart. Reinhardt. We also got Work It. We got a Netflix movie that just came out today called Pets United. And just letting you guys know, I am not reviewing that movie Cuties on Netflix. That is a nasty movie that I'm not going to be giving the time of day. I'm not going to be watching it or reviewing it because I am not going to support it. But then again, I am not going to cancel Netflix. I'm not canceling Netflix over one movie because there's a lot of stuff being said about Cuties, and it is all true. They should not have made those little girls do any of that stuff. And I've heard a lot of other stuff about it too, like they auditioned over 650 little girls for that movie. It is a disgusting film that I am not going to be reviewing. I am sure that there are reviews up and plenty of videos that you can watch to find out why I am not going to be reviewing it. But there's my review of The Babysitter, Killer Queen, and I will see you guys for more reviews very, very soon, especially for the new Lifetime movie, Pool Boy Nightmare.